Well, welcome back to Chasing a Dream Artistry stream. I'm glad that you all are here today. Lots of new things happening. This will be the last time that you see my set this way. In fact, behind me just about 2 minutes ago, I just got probably my last Christmas gift, which was for my grandmother. She gave me a gift card, and my mother, when we were trying to figure out what we were getting each other for Christmas, what I chose was I wanted a file cabinet that is down bottom left hand corner from what y'all can't see over that way. Um, and it's just going to help me with clearing out the clutter that is this area right now. So that way y'all won't see these paints anymore. You won't see my incredible amount of paintbrushes that are ready to be used because you know me, I only use like two or three of them. So I want to kind of just do my stream the way that I try to every time, which we're going to kind of talk about my levels of Patreon subscribers. So that way, if you do want to be here live when streams go live, um, you have the opportunity to do so. You will be alerted and will have a time to do so. Right now, it's kind of crazy because we're talking about New Year's Eve. Everybody's getting ready, um, starting this new year. So I want to kind of go through my Patreon subscription levels, and then we'll kind of talk about what's been going on last week or so because a lot of stuff has been going on. So I do want to let you know um, to be here again live for um, Patreon streams once a week. It's something that right now, while our subscription is under 50, I'm going to, for every level of subscriber, no matter what level of subscriber you are with Patreon, you get to help me decide when streams are going to occur. Now, there's been two votes so far that have occurred with the subscription providers, where we have all talked together and come up with a time that works well. Today, this is when I set it up. Don't worry, I'll explain that a little bit later. But for $10 a month, you're here live for all Patreon, or you can be here for my subscription only streams. It does go up for free the following day, usually within 24, 48 hours. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer. Depends on if I work the next day. If so, it's got to come after my day job because it pays right now and supports all of this. But for $20 a month, not only do you get to be here for stream, not only do you get to vote for when streams will occur, for now, you will forever be able to vote once a quarter as far as times and when you would like a stream to occur. I always do my best when we do those screen times once a quarter. I go over and say, hey, here's hours that I absolutely cannot stream because I'm currently being paid by a company to work. After that, it's up to you guys as far as when I stream. And people with a $20 subscription every month to Patreon will always get to vote on stream times. They will also get to put a vote in a cup, which I have this month. I told y'all it was coming. And it's kind of a bonus because this is something that my to be sister-in-law gave to me. And it doesn't quite work out for what we were going to use it for because it's a coffee cup. Because my coffee maker won't fit this in the single use, individual use size. So this is going to be our voting on next painting. Now, once a week, I will pull something out of here once we have $20 a month subscriptions, which right now we don't have a 20 level or a bronze level subscriber. So right now, all of paintings are coming from my mind, and I kind of just tell you when we start a new painting. Now, next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is for silver level subscriptions. With silver level subscriptions, not only do you get to be here for streams, not only do you get to vote on the next painting, vote on stream times quarterly, you also get a 5 by 7 inch painting once a month sent to you free of charge. And that's this level. That's this level. And you can't quite see this. We'll talk about this one in a minute. Or like the tiger, same thing, 5 by 7. And it could be yours for a subscription if you do not want to purchase it on my website, which is chasingadreamartistry.com. Now, it is something random every month sent to you. I keep a list of what I have sent to my silver level subscribers just because I don't want to send you the same thing unless requested. Now, when it's requested, I can't guarantee it'll be every month. I'll do my best. So, essentially, if you, I don't know why I put the lid back on that, sorry. Um, Now, if you request, again, I only want lizards or I only want fish sent to me in the 5x7s because you know what, I'm putting it in my fish room or something like that. I'll, of course, do my best. Can't guarantee it, but again, it's a 5x7 painting that's sent to you every month. That is something that's about $30 of value. Plus, you get to be here for streams. Plus, you get to be here for voting as far as what will my next painting be, what will be my stream times, which is nice. Next thing, gold tier subscription. This is where not only you can be here for our streams, vote for next paintings, get the 5x7 inch random mailed to you every month, but once a quarter, if you've been here and been a gold tier subscriber for a quarter, you get 100% off coupon. This is a one-time use kind of deal. And again, it's a drawing. So one person is a gold tier subscriber. And hey, if I only have one for the entire quarter, guess what? That's going to be you that's in there. But we'll still draw it live on stream. And I will send you that coupon. Again, it's one-time use. It's 100% off. And essentially, you go put the item in your cart on my website and then put in my coupon code and it'll zero out the cost of that one item, okay? Now, it's up to you on what you purchase. It could be something small. It can be something large. It can be one of my favorite paintings. It could be one of my least favorite paintings. It's up to you, which is a great value, of course, in my opinion. So now, today, what we're painting, keep in mind it's not anything that I'm making money on. Doing another 5x7 just because I like to paint often with you guys. And I like to start new paintings a lot. So these little 5x7s are nice little, where I can get in depth. I can show you a lot of progress in very little time. That's why I'm doing that today. So our stream is only going to go for about an hour. The reason why is purely because I have a lot to do today. And I'm not trying to say that I don't have time for you guys. That's not it. It was that my significant other's sister came down with COVID-19 yesterday or the day before. But she's very ill, and so I'm trying to bring a little bit of light in her life. So I'm going to make about 5 dozen cookies today. And I figured I would give her 5 of each kind of cookies, so 25 cookies. So was that 2 dozen? And it's purely, again, just to make her smile. I don't expect her to eat 25 cookies, but I figure her and her husband will be able to figure out something to do, some way to even it out. So I want to get time to do that, so we're going to clock out here, guys, at about noon, and that's Central Time Zone. And again, I'm sorry, longer streams are coming. I'm working on them. And then I also have to put that furniture together, put it in place. And of course, I still have to feed me and the family. So my goodness. But I finished the panda, guys. You want to see it? That was this guy I was pointing at. That said I was going to go over. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got to wait for the delay of my capture. Still waiting. So what do you think, guys? I really like him. I love the thickness of his nose. I love the deepness of his mouth. Because I know last time y'all saw him, his mouth was a little bit off, right? So I added some dark in there, gave it some depth. And I gave him a little bitty, I say little bitty, it looks pretty big, bamboo to mosh on. So absolutely love his drool sliding down the edge of the bamboo, which is cool. I had to make it uneven, which was nice. Really like this painting. It really came out. Let me see if I can show you guys here a little bit better. Yeah, really cool guy. Even like the texture in the black down here at the bottom. Love that as well. Really cool 5x7. It's not quite on the website yet. I'm going to talk to my mother, see if she wants him. If she does, she gets first dibs. I'm not going to lie to you guys. She's the reason I exist. And she's somebody that has put a lot of time and a lot of love and a lot of support in regards to my art. So she gets first dibs. And I'm so sorry. It's always going to be that way. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. This one is going to be a small turtle, which I don't know how long y'all guys have known me. Y'all may be brand new. Y'all may have been here for a while. And someday we'll go through some of my older art pieces, which will be a blast, kind of going through my sketches back when the only thing I did was graphite and pen. And it'll be a blast, at least for me, to go down those memory lane. So we may end up doing that someday. It's not today, of course. But the reason why I bring it up is because this used to be one of my favorite things to draw. I could crack out a beautiful tortoise. A sea tortoise is my favorite. In like hour, maybe two. Depends on how big you want it. Depends on how detailed you want it. I'm pulling in a little bit of blue. It's a phthalo blue. And putting out some titanium white. We're going to make a really light background at first with our turtle. He is going to be in some nice beach water. So we're going to kind of put that level in there just to kind of start. And then we'll put a little bit of detail back there a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to add just a light blue. Just a light phthalo blue mixed with quite a bit of titanium white. So yeah, we decided the best way to make somebody feel better is to do a ding dong ditch for cookies, because we thought it was kind of like the opposite of porch piloting. If we're leaving things on the door unexpectedly, so that's what we're trying to do today for my boyfriend's sister. And I hope she likes them. I know she likes one of the cookies that I'm making because she's had it before. But all the other cookies will be new to her as far as with her, having my baking. So that should be fun. And again, I'm going to put in a small card to say that she doesn't have to share it with her husband, just because I want to kind of do a tongue-in-cheek joke of sharing my goodies that I give to her. I just moved the camera. If you see that movement, I'm sorry. I know it's shaky. I know it's not perfect. I'm just trying to make it the best viewing option for you guys. And it's going to get better. Every time I stream, it's getting better. I need to break my ums. I'll get better. But for now, I appreciate you guys for being here in my infancy, watching me grow, and being here to support me. No matter what level of subscription you have, whether it's just being on my YouTube, whether you watch me on TikTok, whether you watch me on Instagram, I don't care how you currently support me and watch my content. I want to thank you for being here, because it's huge knowing that there are people out there that want to watch me do my craft. And I want to continue to get better, and forcing myself to stay here, to sit down and to share with you guys every single day. I say every single day, every single week, year in, year out, is going to help me and push me to become better. And I love that. And I want to thank you guys for being here on this journey. And someday, of course, I hope to give more of my content away, and I hope to continue to have commission paintings, because y'all saw that a lot of those occur last couple months, because it always is a busy season when we're talking about the holidays coming through. That's always going to be number one in regards to commission paintings. Probably always will be. It's just how the world goes. And I hope to get recognized for more of my commissions. If not, it's okay. I appreciate you guys for any level of support you provide. What I'm doing here, guys, is I'm going to put in little specks of green, and then we're going to go back in and mix that into our blue that we have, just because it's just a little too blue right now. I need some contrast. So that's what I'm doing. I've picked up some green. I'm just going to pull it in now. So again, I've already put in that green. I've already got all the paint that I'm going to put into it. I am purely just mixing that paint directly into the palette, okay? And we have to go quick with this because this paint is drying as we're talking. And you know me, I can always jaw about something. I have never had that problem. I say that when I was young, when I was very, very young, I was quite quiet, but lost that shyness real quick, didn't I? What do you think? Like the blue? Not any bad. Still could use some extra color. I think you could probably use some like yellows and some sandy colors. But again, this is just a start. We'll pull in a little bit more color a little bit later. Not bad for a start. Beautiful. I apologize, picking up my phone just for a second. Ugh. I'm so excited, guys. I know y'all aren't excited because y'all aren't going to get to see this, but this is the desk that I got today. I say desk, more like a filing cabinet. It's going to sit over here directly to my left of my desks, because I've got two desks pushed together. So, making my desk area that much larger. I showed my mother recently what my desk actually looks like and how gross and dirty it is, and she's like, "Oh my god, you gotta fix that." So that's me trying to fix it, and more space to it, and also giving me some drawers to hide paint brushes, extra wires, things like that. So that way they don't have to all be on my desk at the same time. Kind of give me some extra room. So, all right, let's go ahead now. It's a little bit dry. It's not completely dry. It's still tacky, but we're going to start pulling the tape off so y'all can see what I've roughly drawn and start painting. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Because goodness, we're 20 minutes into streaming and we have not started other than the background, of course. But I don't consider that being a big part. I say that. If these guys were on a white background, it would look kind of boring. Ooh, that was a good pull, wasn't it? Oh, I was looking at my notes as far as what I was going to jaw about while I was on stream. And something I wanted to talk to you guys about was, I went down to Arkansas last weekend. Enjoyed Christmas with my family. Some events happened that weren't the greatest, but I removed myself from the situation that I wasn't okay with. And that's where we're going to leave that. But when I was coming into town, keep in mind, set the stage for you. Family really worried about me driving. I'm not so worried about it. And but it's late at night. Recently, snow and ice had fallen. I say recently being within 24 to 48 hours since, since the storm happened. I'm going down. Don't know the shape of the roads. I had gone to a couple of websites that monitor the roads in between here and there. So I kind of knew what the roads looked like, but I hadn't seen them, and neither had any of my family members. So I was going purely by websites as far as I haven't ever used those websites before. Do I know they're truthful or not? No, I do not. So, oh, by the way, I just finished detaping him. Cute little turtle. Very cute. But I didn't know whether it was going to be icy or not, so I was really nervous. The sun had gone down somewhere in northwest Arkansas. I say somewhere, I know exactly where, but we don't need to talk about where. See some lights go off behind me. I'm on the phone with my grandma, and I'm like, hey, I gotta go. well under the speed limit. I know I am because I drive through there all the time. And I'm like, I've got to go. And they're like, why are you being stopped? If I knew that, I would tell you. So I'm like, I'm being stopped. I'll talk to you about it later. So I get off the phone. They hang up. Take out my earphones. Roll down the window completely. Set my hands on the steering wheel. Just want to be safe for both me and for law enforcement. Because it's not right for me to expect things of my law enforcement that I don't expect of others. So I start treating them the way I want to be treated, which was putting my hands where they could be easily seen. So I did. And I sat there and asked me where I was headed. I told them, going to go spend family time with relatives for Christmas. And they're like, oh, that's great. Do you know why I stopped you? Nope. Don't ever answer that. Don't ever answer that question with anything other than no. I was like, I know I wasn't going over the speed limit. Can you tell me why I was stopped? Because I want to know. And this is my tone that I use anytime I think I'm in trouble or if I want something. And so 100% is like, yeah, can tell you what's wrong and what happened. You got a headlight out. I didn't know. And of course, you probably see the shock in my face when I found out. It's like, I had no idea. Thank you for stopping me. I have some headlights in my glove box because I'm a worrywart in general overall. And it will be addressed immediately, So, I don't know what he's going to do. He's like, all right, give me your license, give me your insurance, all that kind of stuff. Registration, all that. So I pull it, and I'm so nervous. I'm having problems pulling up my insurance because I use the mobile application. I swear to goodness, I'm like shaking. I finally get it, show it to him. He's like, it's all right. Have a good evening. Thank you for stopping. It's just one of those things. I'm going to give you a warning, so thank goodness. Didn't get anything other than a warning, but yeah, really nerve-wracking when you have always like turtle shells because they kind of look like mini starbursts. So, and the starburst like, get it. That's what I'm going to start working on in the back right here. I'm going to go on the outside, just a brief outline, and then we're going to try and put in some cream, some unbleached titanium, and put in a little starburst. I think it's going to look great. And then right at the end, something that'll be really cool, and I'll probably put this on a TikTok, is me outlining these in between my shells. So you want to make these just a little bit thick, because right at the end, right at the end, I'll show you what'll happen. So let me outline two shells real quick, and then I'll show you what'll happen. So 2 shells that will be outlined. Kind of do it pretty thick, and I normally am pretty good about fine lining, and I'm doing this in a rush job with a wet brush, and I'm so sorry. So we got 2 shells here, right? And you know how sea turtles look. Their shells are always, or their pastrons, they always have white in between them, or a really heavy cream. So what we'll do is we'll dry my brush so it's ready for use in a minute. Looking for a fine liner right now is what I'm doing. There we go. This will be great. And then right at the end, last 10 minutes of this painting. Again, I wish I had a GoPro right here that y'all could see on my chest, so that way y'all would see more. But essentially what will happen is right at the end, take a fine liner and go in between the pastrons. I don't know. And it's got to be a real tight line. And keep in mind, it's working with 2 wet layers right now, so it's going to be a little difficult. That'll look really cool in between those, and really define it really quickly. And it totally changes the look of the entire thing. So we'll kind of go through that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and get going here. And let's kind of get a couple of these little shell pieces here in there. See how much definition. This will be the first one I've ever painted, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited how well it'll translate because I have done these for so long. I don't know if it'll translate well. I have no idea. Do the credits transfer? Fixing to find out, ain't we? Alright, let's see. We're going to go with some cream. Of course, we're going to need some yellow. Again, that's an non-bleached or unbleached titanium white we're going with here in Liquitex. And then we're going with a titanium white, which we already have on my palette. I'm so sorry, guys. And then we're going to go with some cadmium yellow. Again, Liquitex is my preferred. You know, it's not the best, not the worst. Works really well for me. It's very accurate in regards to colors. Tube after tube, thickness after thickness. It's always correct or pretty close. So that's why I kind of always go with those. Now, next thing we're doing is we're budding the edge of that brown with the unbleached titanium white. I'll show you where we're going with this in a minute. Now I'm blurring the edges. We're going to get and pick up a little bit of water here. When I say a little bit of water, I'm dipping it into water that's recently been washed, so the only thing that's in there is blue and clear. And I'm thinning out my paint. Notice how well and moist it comes off. So now what we're doing is pulling that brown in. Perfect. And I'll show you why we're doing that in a minute, guys. It'll look good. It always does. Next, what we'll do is we'll pull in a little bit of, pull in a little bit of yellow. Yeah. We're just mixing those edges as we go in. It's really great, guys. Just like all Starbursts, and again, not the candy. We're going to put a line down. So we got a little bit of white in here, right in the center. A little bit of shine. But we don't want too much. Pulling some back up here. Oh, it looks good, y'all. Sorry, I'm going to bring this a little bit closer just because I want to show y'all what I'm doing. And I know y'all can't see very well right now. And again, things will get better. In fact, for those of you who are sensitive to movement, especially of my camera, I'm going to move it in about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I'm pulling up my software right now. See how that went. Yeah, I like that. Now, showing y'all what I did so far. Looks pretty good. And then we're going to kind of give it a little shape, like a watermark recently, or maybe it was an injury that occurred some point in the past. And now we're just going to blur the edges and make that almost go away. Yeah, looky there. Love that. Almost like a speed paint that we're doing here today, guys. Because we got about 30 minutes left on stream. Something else that I've already done today, made an hour and a half of work. Just working a little bit of overtime because there's a lot of demand for my business that I work right now. And I already cleaned my tub. Way too much information, I know. But I needed to address the seam, like seam right here. The seam. Had some old mildew, and whoever caulked it last time didn't care. So I went in with a knife today. I say a knife, a box blade, and cut each side off, scrubbed the inside of it, removed any kind of grind, mildew, rot that was occurring, and now it's ready to go back in with new caulking. It's great. Bought a tube this week, and I already have a gun, of course. I say a gun, a caulking gun, and it's ready, loaded up. And so now I'm going to stick the boyfriend on that this weekend. So that's one of his goals. Working on the second little shell piece here. And honest to goodness, I don't know if this is going to make it into my website either, because the person that owns the most of my paintings and drawings anywhere is a gentleman I've known for a long time. And it may end up going to him because he's one of my oldest and dearest friends. So, I don't know yet. We don't know. I'll talk to them about it. Or he may ask me for a bigger one, because this guy is pretty small. If he does, I'll paint a bigger one. Why not? I like that. Oh, I keep almost putting my dirty paintbrush into my drinking cup over here. Stay tuned to see if it happens. These are the cups that my significant other got me for Christmas. Absolutely love them. Couldn't love them more. I'm gripping them weirdly on camera, but here's how I normally grip them, and it's made that way. Oh, that significant other of mine. My goodness. He's got me by the heartstrings, I swear. Now again, we're blurring the edges. Making good progress here. Now we're going to go with big blob to fill in the rest of that shell top. Oh yeah, it looks great. Now, I'm going to pull that brown in, covering that cream. Just pull the water off of it. Just pulling that in, because the vast majority of it should still be brown. Just lightening it, you know. Looks good. And now we're going to add that yellow that we did earlier. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I stuck my thumb in some brown. Ugh. What is that brown? Did we talk about that? Raw umber. Same color, same brown that I've been using since 2012. It's my preferred color, brown. I like to make sure. What is that? That is a different one. That's a Go Deal brand. Artist gray. Yeah, still just acrylic. I have a couple that I use, different brands. That one's one I don't usually normally use, so my brand must have been out. So, it happens. Happens to the best of us. But this one's so heavily pigmented, this brand, I use really small amounts of it. Today we're using quite a bit. It's actually kind of shocking how much we've been using brown-wise today. Looks good. Let's go in. I've got some pictures over here on a screen that y'all can't see. It's just some source images, most of them just stock images of adult and growing tortoises. just because I want to make sure that what I paint is accurate and species, because there's nothing worse than having drawing what you think a turtle looks like. Not many people can do that, at least unless you work with them every day or have one in your life. Sorry, that was gross. What I'm doing now is taking some of that raw umber. I am thinning it out into the little bitty water droplet on my hand, which is really just a really thin paint. And just a little bit of interest that'll occur when it dries. Be pretty. But we got 2 shells in there now. Not bad. Not bad at all, y'all. We're going to do the pauldrons all along the back. That's probably what we'll have time for today. I don't know. But I'm enjoying doing like a speed paint with you guys today. It's a blast. I know it's not exactly what y'all may have signed up for, but it'll be really cool. In fact, I may end up, instead of leaving this in the, no, I'll probably leave it like it is. I was going to say maybe speed up this and put it on on like a Facebook post or something like that. But I was like, nah, I like it when y'all can hear me talk and jabber and really get to know me as a person, because in person I am just this amount of talkative. First time you see me or something like that, I may not be that talkative, but honest to goodness, once I know you and I open up to you, this is really how much I talk. All the time. And the more comfortable I get on stream, the more y'all will realize that, because, my lord, I talk all the time. And I know that I'm stressed right now with everything that's going on, and with everything that's going on in my personal life right now. And, you know, I'm about to start collecting all my stuff I need for my taxes, all that kind of stuff. I know that part of that's stressing me out, is why I was looking for an outlet of what's going to be the best option for me as far as taking care of this stress. And sometimes it's painting that does that for me. But I'm stressed about some stuff in my painting as well. So today and tomorrow is going to be my stress relief, where today I'm going to bake all day. And I love to cook, I love to bake. So it's going to work out really well for me the next couple of days, me going through and doing all this. And then and cooking all 5 dozen of those cookies. And then really excited also as well about sorry, I can't paint and talk at the same time. Really excited about getting to give it to somebody that's sick and may not be feeling great right now. Excited about that. And then excited about tomorrow. I'm going to take care of my fish, of course, once a week. Got to do that. So I've got 4 fish tanks that I'm going to work on tomorrow. The smallest being 15 gallons with a 15-gallon sump behind you guys, you know, within a foot. And that's probably a lot of water that y'all are hearing. And then I'm having, sorry, hold on. Having a 30-gallon, a 50-gallon, and 75 that need some TLC. They do every week. So my saltwater tanks, which is 2 of them, the 15-gallon behind you guys, and the 75 don't need as much love. This 15 behind you needs about, I would say, a good 5 gallons of salt water added to it. Nothing else needs to be done. It's going through its cycling stage, so it's in its ugly stage right now where you got a little bit of algae buildup, so I may address that with a old toothbrush and scrub the dickens out of it. And then I have my 75-gallon. It doesn't need anything to it this week. I'm going to do small water change, about 20%. And then I've got a 50-gallon that I'll do a 50% water change. It needs a little bit of assistance. And then I've got a 30-gallon which has one fish in it that'll only need a good 15 to 20% water change in it. So I'll do those, probably do it by noon, and then the rest of my Sunday I will purely just vegetate and do my best to become a potato. But about my weight loss, it's still progressing, guys. I am currently, and I don't know how long y'all have been with me. I started this a year ago, and I wrote myself a weight loss journal. And every week, once a week, I weigh. And recently, I've been weighing more than that because my weight has been dropping faster than that, because of my commitment and because of the work that I've been putting into it. And I'm making good progress, guys. I lost by Wednesday. I haven't weighed since Wednesday. I weighed 208. And I started this journey at 265. And honest to goodness, probably just a little bit heavier than that. And I've been working my tush off with every single day, walking, every single day, dieting. And when I say dieting, I'm not eating like, I'm not, doing any kind of counting of carbs. I'm not doing any kind of fad diet, anything like that. I'm eating healthier. I'm staying away from white foods. And when I say white foods, I'm limiting my intake of bread. I'm limiting my intake of, or almost completely eradicating my intake of sugar. In fact, this that I'm drinking is if your family that's watching, y'all have probably been forced to try this under the guise that it's good. Mango Pepsi Zero. It's not bad. I like it. And when I was in Tulsa a couple weeks ago making goodies for the family that we split and we do every year, I was like, you gotta try this. It's great. And look, I need to cough and can't do that right now. Hold on. So sorry. I got my fingers in a lot of pots, and I'm so sorry, guys. So the next thing we're doing is adding a little bit of shine, just like we did to the others, and we're not going to use a huge brush. I thought it was. I decided not to. I don't remember what I was talking about. Like that. Can't go back now. But, if you don't like it, we can always change. That is the way acrylic paint goes. What I'm doing here, guys, is just adding little growth lines. Little ridges, kind of like the ridges that sometimes occur in your nails, things like that. Now we're going to wipe. We're going to get most of the water off. I'd say 60 to 70% of the water off. Go back in here, make those smaller. Kind of pull those up. I did that heavy-handed, and I apologize, guys. We're going to go back in with a brown. Kind of cover some of that up. That's good. Let's see if we can pull up some of this. Looks good. I like that new pauldron. And now in my last few minutes, I say a few minutes, I got 15 minutes left to stream. Let's try and do those white lines that we talked about earlier that'll occur a little bit later in the painting. So let's put one here. Do one here. And it makes it look like a total different picture. That'll look really cool right at the end. So I add so much dimension and shape. I'll show y'all in the main camera now. Wait for it to focus. Oh, that looks great, guys. That's looking real great. By the time you get out here, she's gonna look good. Imagine when she's on the wall. I still have a lot of background to do, guys. I still have a lot to do here on this guy, but it's such a cool painting, and because I have so much experience with tortugas or turtle, that may not take me very long. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you. I did start that story, and I'm so sorry, guys. So, you remember earlier in the stream, I talked to you about getting stopped. I told you guys that I had a lamp or a headlight in the glove box. Well, I didn't drive at night on purpose because, no, I didn't have a headlight in my glove box. So what I did was talk my way out of a ticket, but also I told my significant other he was fired, that he has to maintain my vehicle, and that we needed to address it as soon as possible, you know. So we did. So yesterday, or I guess it was the day before yesterday, took them out, and it was my passenger side. So I had them, or I say have them, I had him go to a store, get me a headlamp, fix it. What we did instead is we went together and paid the gentleman, of course, for the headlight, and then we also gave him a tip for installing it. Yeah, in the driveway, after thanking the gentleman, now my driver headlights out. And it's purely because my significant other, I was like, hey, put them both in, because this vehicle's from 2015. They were probably original, if not original, they were probably addressed at the same time. So go ahead and, so sorry, go ahead, replace both of them, just so we know that they're both working, you know. And he's like, nah, if something's working, don't replace it. Don't do that. It's a waste of money. I'm like, I ain't gonna argue with you. You're the one that I said needs to maintain my vehicle. If you want to put one in, keep the other as a spare. No problem. Go for it. Not a problem at all. I am not gonna buck a horse, or I guess you know, throw a person on me that's, you know, treat me right. So I'm not gonna, what do you call it? Something, a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know. Don't ask me. So I appreciate him. I'm like, you know what? I got you. You're the, you know, you're the one doing the work, so I'm gonna trust you. By the time I get to the driveway, my driver's side light is already not working. Hashtag told you so. So I'm like, babe, we gotta address. He's like, no, we'll address it when we get home. Let's confirm that it's not working. And once we confirm it's not working, then we'll address it. So last night I addressed it. We need to go to a pharmacy before they close. It's like 5:30. So by the time we get to the place, it's gonna be dark. I've already got a warning once. I don't want to get a ticket for a headlamp, for a headlight. So I'm like, hey, fix it. So we address it right then, right there. We have the lip bulb. We know how to put it in. I have busted 1, 2. This one's busted twice. This one's busted. This one's busted 2 or 3 times. I was hard on my knuckles because of that stinking headlight. And I told, once we got done with it, after my significant other got irritated a couple times on it, and doing the whole, we should have addressed this tomorrow. I'm like, no, well, too late now. We're addressing it. I had no headlamp. So, I swear it's like 2 hours into this. And we finally get it. And as soon as we get it, we of course go to the pharmacy that we needed to do, and got all of that addressed. And now we don't have to work on it anymore. I don't know why he puts up with me sometimes. I feel so bad. But I was like, I guess we both were right. 1, pay the gentleman at the store and tip him heavily because he does it way more often than we do. And 2, I guess next time I'm right when we say, put them both in. They're probably going to go out about the same time anyways. And he's like, well, I don't understand why. And I'm like, I don't either, but I am not a car manufacturer, so I can't set that expectation. But guess what? Let's just put them both in next time. My hands are all swollen and hurt today. It was an S show, for sure. Just putting in different little growth little waves now. Now we gotta pull the water out. Again, dry out 2/3 of the brush. Now pull up that paint. That looks great. Now just go back to each one of those lines, pull up 60% of that paint. Make it look real good. Huge white spot there. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I actually have to like pull out the big guns and pull out a dry napkin, tissue in this case. My goodness. Now we're going to come back through here, and we're going to cover most of this brown, or most of this cream with brown. Sometimes I get too excited on the little starbursts, and they're a little too big. But what do I always say about acrylic paint, guys? If you don't like it, put another layer in. You put in 5 or 6 layers, you still can't get it covered up. It is never too late to white out the painting and start again. Don't allow your hubris to keep you from greatness. Most of y'all people won't be painting with an audience. And even if you do, don't make them and their pressures stress you into having anything other than excellence. And if you don't like something, cover it. White it out. Start over. It is okay. That is something that is totally alright. Just having little lines here. Look, now we get to do a big one. Ready? You gotta commit. I did. It looks beautiful. Well, guys, we're just about done here. We made pretty good progress on him. You know, for an hour. Not bad. We got 4 pauldrons. Just a moment, I got my day job interfering here. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here on stream. Again, this is something that I'm doing to drum up business, drum up traffic to my website. That is chasingadreamartistry.com. I hope that you join me on stream and on Patreon. If you do not wish to purchase my art, maybe you can afford to um, follow me on Patreon, subscribe to this content, so that way you can be here on my streams. We do need to still add green to the background, quite a bit of green. We need to add some like ripples in here that we'll probably add in here, like he's moving forward through the water. We'll do all of that probably on a TikTok, no matter where you see me at. I appreciate you so much for being here. I appreciate you for watching my content. I appreciate you supporting me as an artist. I hope someday to do this purely, so that way I can stay on stream, so that way I can be here longer, so that way I have more hours options available for streaming. But I can't do that without you guys. I can't do that without you watching me. I can't do that without you going to my website. I can't do that without you going to Patreon and subscribing. Until then, I do have limited as far as time that I have to be. Just like today, I worked some before I came in to do my art, and I have to leave because I have to do some things to my home because I've got to go to work on Monday. I hope to do this someday purely so that way we can kick for 2 or 3 hours, sit, drink, enjoy ourselves together. We can collaborate as artists, and I can walk with you guys to improve your art, and so that way y'all can help me improve, because I'm never afraid for y'all to pick apart my art that's back there. If you don't like that panda, or you're like, hey, I don't enjoy your turtle that you're working on, let me know. Together we'll improve it. Maybe you found some mistakes that I did today, and you say, you know what, I bet I could improve it. Talk to me about it. Let's talk about it in the chat. Let's talk about it on my website. Don't be afraid to talk to me about something I can improve on. Don't be afraid if you can show me a tip. Don't be afraid if you want this painting and you don't know how to go through it. Talk to me about it. I'm not afraid to talk to you guys, and I appreciate and try to comment every time I get something. I try to message you guys back, no matter if it's good, no matter if it's bad. I appreciate you guys and the comments that you leave, every single one of them. But until then, again, have a great rest of your day today, and a happy new year. I don't know about you guys, because the last couple times we've streamed, I've talked about it. If you do set some goals, put them in chat what you're going for. And do you abandon them early? Do you try your best to follow them through March? Or do you go the entire year, which my goal this year, again, was to lose weight. I went from right at 265. Right now I'm at 208. And I have another 30 or 40 pounds that I'm going to lose to get at about 180, 170. That's the end goal. It'll probably take me another year to get there. But you know what? I had a goal. I strived for it all year. I stuck to it, and I'm still sticking to it to this very day. And I hope that you guys achieve all of your goals in life, and that if you do go for a New Year resolution, go for it. It very well could change your life. My goals for this next year that's coming up is to continue to work as hard as I have been, as far as to reach you guys, subscribe to you guys, be on TikTok as often as I can, adding content, trying to do my best in regards to making sure I provide you guys with as much FaceTime, art time as I can. I'm going to continue to try to lose weight, and I'm going to continue to try to strive to improve myself in my, in my relationships with my family, with my friends, and with my significant other and his son. So we'll see how the next year and what it has in store for all of us. We can go in kicking and screaming. We can enjoy it and enjoy the year that we had this year. Keep moving forward, guys. Don't be afraid to take a step, because honest to goodness, there's no one out there that hasn't taken a risk. And the only way you're going to improve is if you try. Keep coming back. Thank you, guys. And I hope you have a great rest of your year today, and a great new year. Bye from Chasing a Dream Artistry.